Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today, we've got arguably one of the best cards we've seen in a very long time for UFC. So we're going to be breaking that down. That's going to be a very exciting card. But before we get into the video, couple quick things. You guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. And also, you can follow us on our social medias at BetsEarl on Twitter and at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram. And we have a Discord chat if you guys want to join that. The link to that will be in the description below as well. And you guys can leave your best bets for UFC 259 in the comment section below. And this one's going to be a fun video because we're also joined here by my stepbrother and aspiring MMA fighter himself. What's up, Noah? All right, this should be an exciting card. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into this card. We're going to be starting it off here with Trevin Jones taking on Mario Batista. It is a battle 135-pound division. Trevin Jones coming in 12-6. Mario Batista coming in 8-1. What is your thoughts on this fight? So your pick for this one is Mario Batista then? It was a flying knee knockout against Johns. UFC. You're going with Batista. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at the Mario Batista side for this one as well. He is a brown belt by himself too, as well. So it's not like he's too far down with BJJ there. He definitely has a really nice finish rate. He's finished 75% of his fights. I definitely could see a finish here coming. I definitely like that. Maybe by submission could be interesting here, but I can also see a knockout here. Or potentially just him getting those calf kicks and eventually just immobilizing Trevin Jones after 10, 15 minutes and being able to take him down and submit him. So I like Mario Batista by submission for this fight to get the job done there. All right, our next fight here is going to be Uros Medic taking on Alon Cruz. Medic coming in 6-0. Alon Cruz is 8-3. What's your thoughts on this one? Alaska FC, yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. See, I'm on the opposite side for this one. I definitely I like a long cruise here. I think that the value is on the side, especially at that one plus 145 tag. One thing that you did mention with Medic, yeah, he's 6-0, but the question is, what type of competition was he fighting against in Alaska SC? I think the records on some of those fighters are they're kind of bums. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. That's just one thing I'm worried about the Alaska FC people because they're known for kind of like cushioning that record, having a nice, pretty record entering the UFC. Uh, Also, I kind of like this fight to stay on the feet and then Alan Cruz to use his reach advantage. He has a 7-inch reach advantage heading into this fight, and I think he's going to be able to have a good mix of striking, use that good left jab, and be able to potentially get a takedown or two on Medic if he needs to. I like the dog in this one, so this is one we're going to be on the opposite sides of, but I like the dog. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one last thing I wanted to go look at for this fight, and then we're going to move on to the next one. Is there? You said Medic's size. He's 6'1". You got to keep in mind also one thing to look at is he's coming down from 170. So he's coming down. He's this is at 155. He's coming down from 170. So I'm wondering if he had to yeah. I think he kind of had to maybe suck himself down to reach that 155. Meanwhile, Alan Cruz is coming up from 145, so he didn't have to cut anything. So I think he may have more gas in the tank. So yeah, but he definitely has that reach advantage. I think the only play for me is on the dog here. I don't think I can lay minus 170 on someone that's making their UFC debut like that. So I'm taking a long cruise for this match. And all right, our next one we're going over is Liviana Souza taking on Amanda Limaus. Uh, Souza coming in at a minus 230. You can get, or Souza is a plus 195. Lemos is a minus 230. This line actually opened up Souza as a minus 200 favorite and Lemos as the dog. So this line has completely switched over. What are your thoughts on this fight here? No, especially at this weight class, they're 116s. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I'm once again on the opposite side, and this is strictly for value on this line. We're getting someone now that opened up as a minus 200, now almost at a plus 200, which is incredible value. I see for betting perspective on this. Amanda Lemos will most likely win this fight, but I like the value on Souza here. The amount, just the line switch itself draws me towards that. But another thing I'm kind of looking at is that under 2.5, because you said it with Lemos, she can get that ground and pound and she can finish this fight. And uh, Souza has proved that she can also finish the fight. She's got really good submissions. She's already got eight out of her 14 wins are by submission. So this is two fighters that easily can finish a fight, and you're getting it under 2.5 at plus 210. So I think that can be an interesting way to go at this fight as well. If you don't like either of the sides, you can go with the under and hoping maybe for a submission from Souza or a knockout from Lemos. That's kind of where I'm looking at. I like that plus 210 price tag on that one. But my side for this one is going to be Liviana Souza strictly from the value on this play. It's the styles that make the fight. She knows one direction forward. Oh yeah. All right, now we're heading to arguably probably one of the best prelims we have on this card. We have Sean Brady taking on Jake Matthews. You can get Sean Brady for a minus 201, run back of plus 171 for Jake Matthews. The over under 2.5 rounds. The over will be minus 210. The under will be plus 170. What's your thoughts on this bout? Hence the black belt and BJJ. Yeah, I'm on the same side here. I'm going to be with Sean Brady. I think he's just the better overall fighter, hence the perfect record. He's definitely got the striking advantage in this, and he's 100% has the cardio. He can bang for 15 minutes. If you're looking for a little bit of a discount on that minus 200 price tag, you can get Sean Brady by decision for plus 135, which I think is a great price, considering that I'm almost assuming this fight is going to go to decision. And this is going to be a fun fight. I think definitely Sean Brady's going to be someone I build my parlays around, and kind of one of my safer plays of the night. So I'm going with Sean Brady 100% in this fight by decision. All right, our next fight here is going to be Kennedy. I don't even want to try to pronounce that last name. Versus Charles Olberg. Uh, you can get Olberg for minus 250, plus 210 for Kennedy there. Your thoughts on this bout? 7-1. Yeah, the competition. Yeah, yeah, I'm on the same side here. I like Charles Olberg in this fight. The only thing that really concerns me is he's only 3-0, making his UFC debut. So that is rather concerning. But he does. You said he does have that experience in kickboxing. So I definitely I'm okay with picking him for this fight. But the only thing I'm not going to lay minus 250 on him. I think that price tag is way too steep. The value side is definitely on Kennedy, but I think Olberg wins this fight. I'll probably end up just completely passing on this fight, but I think that Olberg does get the win. All right, our next fight is going to be another fun one. Now we have Tim Elliott taking on Jordan Espinosa. You can get basically a pick 'em on this one. Minus 111 for Elliott, minus 109 for Jordan Espinosa in this fight. The over under is 2.5 rounds. Minus 205 to the over, plus 165 to the under. What's your thoughts on this next fight? Mm-hmm. That was a close fight versus Benoit. Yeah, I'm actually on the opposite side here. I really like Tim Elliott in this fight. I think they're stylistically, this play is completely into Tim Elliott's hands. And also looking at Espinosa today, he just looked zapped. He looked drained. Looked like it was a bad weight cut for him. which I think can really affect his cardio late in the fight. And the pace that Tim Elliott will put on him with his wrestling, with his takedowns, I have a feeling Elliott can come out here and get 4 or 5 takedowns within the fight and just control him on the ground and win rounds that way. And he's got the cardio to do it. So I'm all over Tim Elliott in this fight. I love the stylistic matchup in it. And this is honestly one of my best bets for this card. This is probably gonna be a max bet for me on Tim Elliott. I really like the matchup in here, and I was expecting him to be around more of a -130, -140 favorite in this matchup. So I think we're definitely getting some value on Tim Elliott in this fight, where I like him to win this as well. And also, I believe you can get a submission prop for him at +400, which I really like as well. To potentially like snatch him in a guillotine or something along those lines. Yeah, I heard in an interview he called his shot saying, "I'm going to submit Jordan Espinosa," and I 100% believe him. I probably have a prop bet on that tomorrow night for uh, for Elliott by submission. All right, yeah, all right. Our next fight here is going to be Khara, France, taking on Rogerio Baturian, -135 for France, +115 for Baturian. Uh, what's your thoughts on this one? Yeah, 59% finish rate. Yeah. Yeah, this is one fight that I have bounced back and forth from. I've learned the last couple times he's fought that he's not really someone to be trusted. He had that submission loss versus Royval, and then he also had a decision loss versus Brendan Moreno. Which those are, don't get me wrong, those are two of the top fighters in the division. So he's fought the top of the top. He also had a decision win versus Tyson Nam, which he's one of those guys where he can knock you out in one punch as well. So he definitely shows durability. This fight will probably be an over bet for me or a pass. I'll lean towards Batorin because I feel like this is more of a coin flip, and getting +115 on a coin flip is probably what I like more. But this is going to be a pass for me. My lean would be Batorin, but I'm not going to be betting this one most likely. All right, next one we have a fight that can easily be a main event on any other card, which somehow made its way to the prelims. We have Joseph Benavides taking on Askar Askarov. You can get Askar Askarov for -131, +111 for Joseph Benavides. Over under 2.5 rounds, -220 for the over, +180 for the under. Your thoughts? Mm-hmm. It's just greatness, yeah. Yeah, for me, this fight's kind of like that last one. It's gonna most likely be a pass for me. I would lean Benavides because one thing that really worried me was Askar Askarov was the only fighter tonight or today that missed weight He weighed in at 127, and it looked like he tried to really make that weight. It just looked like a really bad weight cut, so that kind of took me off of Askarov. I liked Askarov the whole week, and then I saw the weigh-ins, and that kind of took me off that bet. I don't know if I'm going to turn around and bet Joseph Benavidez in this fight, but I feel like he's definitely a live dog. One thing that is concerning is where is Benavidez' mental state after those back-to-back losses versus Figueiredo, kind of having devastating losses. Yeah, my question is where is his head going to be, um, knowing that probably it's going to be a very difficult journey or probably no opportunity for another title shot for him. So I would lean towards Benavidez just because I don't like that Askarov missed weight, and that kind of worries me. But this fight's going to be another pass for me, most likely. But if I had to give a pick, it's Benavidez. All right, we're on to our main card now, I believe, where we have. Oh, screen moved. There we go. Kyler Phillips taking on Song Yadong. Minus 155 for Yadong, plus 135 for Phillips. What's your opinions on this fight? Song Yadong. Yes. Yeah. One fighting for to retain her belt in a few months. But yeah. Song Yadong. Yeah. I'm on the same. I'm on the same opinion there. And if you look at his decisions, especially the one against Marlon Vera last time, it looked really close. I thought he probably lost that fight, but I feel like they gave him the nod. They don't want to ruin their Chinese prospects for that last fight. And he's 5-0-1 in the UFC. If he's going to fight all the way to the, or yeah, he's going to fight all the way to the end. To at least get a decision win or a draw, like he got a draw versus Cody Stamann. He looked good in that fight. Uh, yeah, Oh, he's a stud too. Yeah, but I like Song Yadong in this one. He's a really good boxer. He hits hard, and I think he can get the job done. I like him by decision though. I think that Kyler Phillips will be kind of durable for this one. And the only thing that really concerns me for Kyler Phillips here, if you would be betting on that side, is it too much too soon for him? Is it too much of a step up in competition? From Gabriel Silva to Cam Ellis all the way up to Song Yadong, I think that's a huge step up in competition. And I mean, he trains with Isreal Adasanya, so I mean, he's probably seen all the tricks in the book, but I like Song Yadong in this fight to get it done. I think it's just going to be a bloodbath, 15 minutes. He wins a decision and gets the nod. Kind of like probably this next fight where we have Dominic Cruz taking on Casey Kenny. You can get Cruz for a minus one or plus 118, and Casey Kenny is a minus 138. Your thoughts? Yeah. Oh yeah. And Cody Garbrandt. Yeah, I'm on the same side there. He looked good in that decision win versus Alatang. He had that short turnaround and fought Nathaniel Wood also on Fight Island. I believe that was on the Habib card. where he looked good. He started to fade in the third round a little bit, but he got the job done. I think he's just an overall really talented fighter. He's a high volume, um, and I just think this line was a little bit too small for him to bet it at. Kind of Dominic Cruz, I feel, is kind of in a similar situation as Benavidez, where I'm questioning where his mental state is after that loss versus Cody Garbrandt and that knockout against Henry Cejudo. That really brings up question marks for that. So I'm going to be going with Casey Kenny here. He's one of my more confident picks. I'll probably have a decent sized wager on him, but I'm going Casey Kenny in this fight versus Dominic Cruz. All right, I think now we're on the main card, where we have Tiago Santos taking on Alexander Rakitch. You can get Rakitch for minus 164 now. I think that was around minus 150 earlier today. So some money on Rakitch coming in, and then plus 144 for Santos. Your thoughts? No. Rakitch. Yep. No, he had a decision loss versus Ostamir, and then he won a decision versus Anthony Smith. Yeah, for me, the way I'm looking at this fight, if Santos is going to win this fight, it's got to be in the beginning because I think eventually, if this goes into the third round, Santos is not going to have any legs to stand on. I think that Rakitch, he's going to come, he's going to attack those knees that Santos has had multiple surgeries on with that calf kick and the leg kick, which he's very good at. And I believe he'll be able to get some takedowns from that as well. I think that you can potentially see a knockout in this fight. He's finished 77% of his 77% of his wins, 9 knockouts, 1 submission, 3 decisions. And I kind of like him by knockout potentially here. Maybe one of those calf kick knockouts where he just kicks that knee and kicks that calf enough where he just tumbles over and can't stand on that knee. So I like Alexander Rakitch in this fight. Minus 165 is a little bit steep of a price, but I definitely can see him potentially as a parlay piece for this fight. All right, the next one here is Islam Makhachev taking on Drew Dober. Minus 400 for Makhachev, plus 330 for Dober. Your thoughts on this last 3-round fight of the night? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's Habib's boy. Uh, Yeah, absolutely. This is for me looking at this fight. If I'm going to bet it, it's a dog or it's a pass. I think that this minus 400 line is way too much for Islam Makhachev. Yes, he's looked really good so far in the UFC, but if he's going to stand and bang with Drew Dober, I have a feeling that at one point, if he tries to do that for 15 minutes, he's going to find himself staring up at the lights, waking up from consciousness, because I think Drew Dober will be able to knock him out. Uh, plus, I think Drew Dober's chin is good enough to hold up for this fight. And you've seen Makachev has been knocked out before. Did I lose you there? There we go. Your picture went out for a second there. Yeah, but Makhachev has been knocked out. Yeah, before, and that's the one concern I do have with him. But I'm going to go with taking a shot at the dog here. Plus 330, I think, is a great price on Drew Dober for this fight. And if you want to get an even better price on that, plus 500 by knockout, could be an interesting bet as well. But I'm going to take the shot on the dog here with Drew Dober, most likely, and probably try to cash a 5-1 bet on Drew Dober by knockout for this one. All right. All right, we got three more fights here, and they are the three championship fights we're going to be looking at here, starting with the championship fight at 135. Here we have Petr Yan taking on Aljamain Sterling. Minus 120 for Petr Yan, plus 100 for Aljamain Sterling. Over under for the rounds here is at 3.5. What's your thought on this first title bout? You. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the same side here. I like Aljo here, my fellow Long Islander for this one. Uh, yeah, yeah. Petr Yan, he's had an interesting trip to the title. A decision win versus John Dodson, decision win versus Jimmy Rivera. Then a knockout against Uriah Faber gets him a shot at the title. I don't know about that, but he is 7-0 in the UFC. You got to keep that in mind. And then he beat a kind of a washed up Jose Aldo for a belt, which Aldo coming in off a loss got a title shot on that one, which really confused me. It should have been Sterling. Yeah, yeah. My look at this is it's going to be interesting to see maybe in 7 to 10 months seeing Aljamain Sterling, Corey Sandhagen too in that title shot. But I'm taking Aljamain for this fight. I'm going to take him by decision. I think that Petr Yan has a really good durability, and I think his only loss was a split decision loss, which that was before he made it into the UFC. So he's looked really good. I think that it's going to be a decision. It's going to be 25 minutes. I like Aljamain Sterling here. You're getting plus 100 on that. I don't mind that at all. Give me Aljo, the Funk Master for the belt there. Next we have should be an interesting one, I guess, between Megan Anderson and Amanda Nunez, the Lioness. You can get her for a whopping minus 1,200 price tag. Run back of plus 650 versus Megan Anderson. Ah, does Anderson have any shot at winning this fight? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, looking at this, well, my one question with Amanda Nunez is how is her mindset going to be? She said this was one of her toughest camps, uh, one of the toughest ones to try to like get ready for. Now, when you fought people like Valentina Shevchenko and Raquel Pennington and Chris Cyborg and Holly Holm, how motivated are you going to wake up in the morning and think I'm going to go fight Megan Anderson? Like it's just doesn't seem like something should. I know it's a fight and I know it's a title fight, so she's going to bring it. But the motivation, I that's the only thing I really question here is overall talent wise, Amanda Nunez blows her away. One thing I was looking at here, oh yeah, and also that newborn that they adopted, keep them up at night. But one thing I was eyeing down here, which I thought this was just a crazy price. You can get Megan Anderson by knockout, which I think is one of the only ways she's going to be able to win this fight. She's not winning it. She's not going to outclass Amanda Nunez and win a decision. There's no way in hell that happens. You can get Megan Anderson though by knockout for plus 900. If you think she wins by submission, 22 to 1. I'm thinking about sprinkling little bets there, uh, hoping for maybe a knockout or maybe a submission by Megan Anderson. Uh, I think Amanda Nunez wins this fight, but there's no way I can pass up on that type of juice. That type of bet. The value is 100% on Megan Anderson in this fight. Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna have those small bets, but other than that, there's just no way you can really bet Amanda Nunez. 1,200 if you want to add her to a parlay does absolutely nothing. So this is just a fight where I'm gonna have very little into it, hoping to get a big score. But that's about all I can think about for this fight. But now we have the main event of the evening. We've made it. We have Jan Blachowicz taking on Isreal Adasanya, minus 235 for Adesanya, plus 200 for Blachowicz. We get the champ versus the champ. What's your thoughts on this one? The Polish power. Yep. Oh my God. Those jello legs. Oh yeah, he's a plus 200. Yeah, I'm going with Izzy here. The undefeated fighter. The size was a worry for me because I expected him to weigh in at like 190, 195, and then he comes in, weighs in at 205, has a box of pizza with him. I'm just showing off right now. I think he's going to use his size advantage in this fight. He's going to use his my speed advantage and that reach advantage. He's going to just keep it at range, strike and use that jab and just piece them apart over 25 minutes. Uh, that's just the only thing I'm really worried about is that one punch power from Blachowicz. But Izzy is a smart fighter. I think he's going to keep himself in a safe situation for this fight. So I'm going with this. I'm going with Adesanya for this fight for the belt. All right, we've made it through. You want to recap your picks for these fights? and he's a Oh yeah, that one's going to be action packed for 15 minutes. Benavidez. Yeah. Song Yadong. Yep. For the main card. Yep. Mm, absolutely. No. Yeah. Yep. And for me, I'm going with Batista. I'm going with Alan Cruz, Liviana Souza, Sean Brady, Carlos Olberg, Tim Elliott. I'm going a lean towards Baturian, lean towards Benavidez, probably not betting either of those. Song Yadong, Casey Kenny, Alexander Rakitch. I'm going to take a shot at Drew Dover. I'm going with Aljo. I'm taking sprinkles on Megan Anderson by knockout and submission. And then Isreal Adesanya to win that fight as well. All right. That's going to just about do it for this breakdown of UFC 259. I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And let me know in the comment section below who your favorite plays are for this UFC 259 card. Anything you want to say before we head on out, Noah? Uh, Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. Let's make some money. Let's cash some bets at UFC 259, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.